The white-haired old man with blood on his chest is running crazily, running and turning around, extremely frightened. What terrifying thing is behind us? The old man ran into the supermarket. In the supermarket, only then did everyone see clearly. The outside has been covered in thick fog. A man wants to drive away. The thick fog gradually engulfed him. The next second his screams spread to everyone's ears. The entire supermarket is in panic. David went to the power room alone. He heard a strange noise while checking the generator. The rolling shutter door keeps pulling away. Something seems to be breaking in outside. David quickly ran out, explained the situation to several people, but they don't believe it. After a dispute, decide to come together and see what's going on. Supermarket guy volunteered to check the situation. David is trying to stop this young man. When he disregarded David's obstruction, he looked out at the roller shutter, but I haven't had time to see it clearly yet. Just pulled by the tentacles of the surprise attack. David's reaction is extremely fast. Step forward with great strides, grab him hard, took out the axe from the fire hydrant. Unfortunately, it didn't hit. I can only watch as the monster pulls the poor one away. David took the axe, exert all one's strength. Only one tentacle of the monster was cut off. David threw the matter out on everyone's tray. Unexpectedly, Black Brother didn't believe David's words at all, think it's just a boring joke. David is trying to prove that what he said is true. Take a group of people to check together, watching the monster's tentacles cut off in front of me. Zhu Wenkai believed there were indeed monsters outside, watching the fog outside getting thicker and thicker. To resist the invasion of monsters, everyone is taking action. Block the glass with items such as rice and noodles from the supermarket. Prevent monsters from entering. Just then, the agitated Black Brother stood up. He believes that sitting here waiting for death is not the best way. Should take the initiative to go out and find a way to survive. I can't persuade him now. David had to tie the rope to Black Brother. If there's anything unexpected, good timely rescue. Black Brother and his team set off like this. But I haven't gone far yet. The rope will be immediately tightened. The tremendous power instantly pulled David's hand into a loop. When everyone works together to pull it back, Black Brother only has the lower body left. A huge moth pounced on the glass. Immediately after, more and more people believe that moths cannot enter. He looked at the moth as if nothing had happened. But they don't know. Danger is quietly approaching. A giant moth is crazily hitting the glass. Not for a moment. The glass shattered. Unfortunately, a woman was stung by a moth. And then he started to twitch. Not long ago, my neck actually swelled up. People used torches to drive away moths. In order to treat the injured, David decided to search for medicine at a nearby pharmacy. They walked through the mist. Finally arrived at the dark pharmacy next door. They started searching for drugs everywhere. At this point, the old man discovered an astonishing scene. I saw someone on the ceiling trapped by spider silk. And there's more than one person. It seems that there is something even more terrifying here. They want to get out of here quickly. Suddenly, I saw another person still alive. Hurry up and rescue. Looking at the spider silk, it's really too thick and strong. This person's whole body is constantly twitching. A little spider crawled out of his face. This is a giant spider. Spider appeared. Start spitting spider silk at them. I saw spider silk falling on the ground. The ground was instantly corroded. David picked up an axe and killed one. But more and more spiders are appearing. Everyone starts fighting against the spider. At this moment, a spider silk wrapped around a person's head. The results can be imagined. His thighs instantly collapsed. Another person wants to run away quickly. As a result, it was sprayed onto my face with spider silk. I fell down in an instant. Just then, even worse is coming. A spider descended from the sky. The old lady doesn't talk nonsense either. Directly lit the torch and burned him to death. Just as they escaped through the door, a larger spider blocked their destination. Brother Glasses stepped forward and prepared to take a shot to end him. Because at this moment, the gun was empty of bullets. Critical moment. The old man is holding a wooden spear, firmly thrust into the monster's body. That's how I managed to escape. But strange things happen again. There were soldiers hanging themselves in the warehouse, and the living soldier's expression is very painful. He seems to know the origin of this fog. Under the pressure of everyone's questioning, he only revealed the truth of the matter. The soldier spoke the truth. This terrible disaster is not a natural disaster, but someone made it. Military scientists unexpectedly opened the door to a different world. Wanna see what another world looks like? But I don't want to be invaded by the other party. The angry crowd threw the soldiers out of the house. But no matter how the soldiers plead, everyone inside remained indifferent. At this moment, a huge object appeared in the mist, and the soldiers were taken away in full view of everyone. David can no longer tolerate these ruthless people. He discussed with a few people, if we continue to stay here, so the next ones to be restricted may be them. So David planned to escape from this terrible place in the middle of the night. But they never expected. The previously stored food has been taken away. David slowly raised his head. Suddenly I saw everyone sitting in front of me. He had already discovered it, and hied at the door with happiness in advance, but was prevented from leaving as a group of people. Immediately after, a fierce conflict broke out between the two sides. In the process of dispute, Shenpo even incited the proportion of people's families to sacrifice for the year. Just finished speaking. Believers see this. Put down all the sticks in your hands. No one dares to confront David again. They consciously gave up a path. David and his team rushed into the mist. When driving back home, discovering that the house has long been entangled in spider webs, the surrounding area has already died in it, the vehicle slowly passed through in the heavy fog. The surrounding scene was a dead silence. On the way, they encountered a monster of enormous size, cars in their eyes, as small as the ants at their feet. Until the car runs out, the last point of the flow is still shrouded in mist. In extreme despair, they choose to commit suicide. There are only 4 bullets left in the pistol. David helped them end their pain with a single shot. David in deep sorrow, he ended up frantically pulling the trigger at himself, but there are no more bullets in the gun. So he jumped out of the car, shouting in the mist, "I hope to end my pain." But the fog gradually dissipated ahead. A loud rumble came. David and others are not monsters, but a fully armed army with tanks coming to rescue. A car passed by him. David stared blankly at everything, kneeled down on the ground. The sadness can no longer be controlled.